Hey there, Rival fans! Today I have a bunch of really great news for you, so let's jump right into it. First of all, according to the Marvel Rivals news, according to the XOX League, we will get a big leak tomorrow, stay tuned. So it's pretty interesting what it's gonna be. Some people speculated that this might be the reveal of the Gambit or Nightcrawler, hopefully. But honestly, I really doubt about this. I think that this will be something maybe like a roadmap, or like a huge reveal, maybe the official dev talk or something like that. Of course, it's not a leak, but I think that this is something like this coming pretty soon for the game. And honestly, I really hyped about the Season 1 because I think that this season will be much better than the Season 0. Because Season 0 was a kind of a half season, so we can expect a lot of good things. Actually, new battle pass and new characters and much more. So yeah, absolutely hyped for this one. Besides, Automatic says don't even need to weave a melee attack to kill 850 health before Groot ult is finished. So basically this is just so damn broken. Ultimate of Groot and his walls are really strong, so a lot of people in the lower elo actually don't know how to do this properly, and they just spamming walls around and can't use it to generate this kind of a crazy value. So personally, I think that if you main Groot, you definitely should watch a few of guides pro, top tier, maybe one above all guys who play Groot sometimes. For example, Bogger probably do this from time to time. So you can definitely learn some good stuff about this and make some really crazy plays. Be sure to avoid Groot or try to be the best one on them. Also, Marvel Rivals News said that NetEase explains their non-traditional approach to role compared to the other hero shooters. From the data we've seen in our backend, things are looking pretty solid. We want people to have Marvel experience where they're free to select what they want. And this is according to .esports article. So I think that this is really a big thing for the community of the Marvel Rivals. Of course, a lot of people actually hate this approach because they don't like to see, for example, Hawkeye and 5 or even 6 duelists in the lock and sometimes, or maybe no one guards or heals from time to time as well. And this is kind of be a little bit frustrating and upsetting for some people, but I think that this is actually make the game fun and more interesting to play since you have much more possibilities. And the only thing I would say which really matters, is the people who play in Duelist should be really good on Duelist, or at least pretty decent on Duelist, because if that's just people who play the game for the first time, they somehow drops in your rankeds. This is really annoying and this is really unsatisfying for the players. Also, Ogm said that the game is infinitely better post Diamond and it's not even close. Title: Game is 10 times more enjoyable and has more depth post Diamond, and genuinely baffled that this part of the game is locked for so many people. Bans should be started from the gold. If we should talk about previous NetEase article where they're saying that role queues are not really good approach for the Marvel Rivals, they still implement bans for the higher tiers, higher ranks like Diamond Plus. And this is really annoying for a lot of people who not playing on these ranks, because usually or sometimes you can't get this rank not only because you're kinda not that great player or something like this, but because of some throw peaks. When people just trying to play Hawkeye because Hawkeye is kinda strong and people want to one-shot every single enemy in the opposite team, they just can't because they can't aim and they just can't do stuff in your game. You just play in 4v5 or 4v6 or 5v6 when you get Hawkeye and Widow, for example, in your team. So this is kind of upsetting because it's literally insta-lose and a lot of people like this don't really want to surrender. So it might be a really big problem as well for people who try hard in the rankeds, who want to reach huge ranks, especially for people in solo queue like me. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's really annoying, so I agree with this one. Also, we have this big sneak peek on the updated Storm, and oh my god, she will be insanely crazy with a Human Torch guy. So here's what I see. Mind you, all information is correct. Storm ult with Human Torch team up will be 10 seconds long, give her bonus HP, burn enemies. I don't think it goes more damage per strike, but burn damage might be really good. So obviously we get a dot for the Storm, plus he will get bonus HP, plus her ultimate will be longer most likely, so I think that this is absolutely outstanding. This is something like what we need for the buff of the Storm, and I'm pretty sure that in Season 1, with the release of Human Torch, you will see that the Storm will be the new meta. Mark my word, I told the same stuff about Wolverine Hulk back in the day, when everyone said that he's trash, that they are weak, that this character is absolutely useless, but now they, all of the pro players, all of the top tier league, one above all players, saying that these are the best characters in the game, especially Wolverine in the proper hands can destroy tanks and dominate enemy team easily. So I think that Storm is also gonna be huge pretty soon. So be sure to see these kind of crazy, amazing outplays and bans of the Storm potentially. Also we get this absolutely dope concept for the Yondu. And I must say that Yondu would be a really great fit for the game. And here's what's the concept. Concept here I guess. Yondu to at least 250 HP. Mouse 1, Yondu does the hit thing with his arrow and it homes to enemy like Cloak and Dagger. Pretty nice, I think this is a cool one. E, Yondu let his arrow fly and you can control the trajectory and it does a mini explosion to splash damage. So basically it's probably kind of a snipe ability from afar when you can just stand behind the walls and deal some damage. So I think it's also pretty nice. Space, he uses his arrow as a stepping stone to double jump, also pretty nice, fits well. Ultimate, in a specific zone, Yondu let his arrow fly, kind of a Psylocke's ult but faster. Well, it's pretty similar to the Psylocke as the author mentioned, so I'm not sure that this will be kinda cool and unique. Obviously, might be something cooler. But anyway, and finally passive, he can slowly glide down using his glider like in that one scene. So overall I think that the idea of Yondu in the Marvel Rivals is pretty cool and acceptable for sure, because Yondu is kind of fun character, and if some characters like Jeff and Luna made it to the game, he will also be a great choice for the developers in my point of view. So yeah, well, we'll see how it turned up in the end. Next one, and this is a tip, Strategist automatically call out that are taking damage with a voice line. Howdy y'all, as the title suggests, the Strategist hero that are currently in the game automatically say something upon taking damage. Some examples, Adam Warlock, this time I need healing, Mantis, oh I need assistance, Dagger, so cold, Rocket, oh, the fucking hurt. Now these lines are being said upon taking the damage, slightest amount of damage, so take them with a grain of salt. Nevertheless, if you hear them, take a quick look at your team strategist and it might mean that they are in trouble, and 6.2k people actually like this, and honestly I'm one of them because I think that this would be a really great stuff. Sometimes when some characters like Spider-Man or Black Panther or maybe some other annoying flankers trying to kill you, you just don't have any possibility or time to pin your team with a wheel or with different random messages or something like this, so it's really hard sometimes to stay alive and do this at the same time simultaneously. So I think that this would help a lot for a lot of people who play in Strategists, so I think this idea is absolutely gorgeous, honestly. Next one is the upcoming game modes, and here's what we gonna get most likely. Arm Race Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Classic Hybrid Mode, Deathmatch, Escort Mode, Free Flight Attack and Defense, Mystery Hero, Rush, Sniper Team Deathmatch with big heads. So obviously this sounds like a lot of fun for a lot of different players, and I think that we gonna get a lot of cool stuff and videos for our Marvel Wars channel, so be sure to stay tuned for this cool stuff coming soon to the game. And finally, last but definitely not least, is a huge threat for you, especially if you play in low elo. You can use Rocket to drop some armor, then change to the Jeff, use his bubbles for the boost, and then just pick your heroes that you want to play. This will get your team a little bit of advantage because you will be able to boost literally all your team for a few hundreds of HP, plus get a boost jump for them as well, and also will get them and also grant them an extra movement speed with the Shark's bubble. So I think that